rise every morning with truth in our hands. No more silence, we take a stand. For the people who cry for the dreams that fade, we speak for the hearts that justice betrayed. Radio True Media
on FM 103.9.
Radio True Media
on FM 103.9.
Now we voice, now we power. True Media go shine like tower. We no go fear, we go talk. Even if they know I make we talk. True Media Radio on FM 103.9.
Now God we dey pray, now true we dey preach. Freedom of speech, now that we dey teach.
For so long, we go stand tall. Radio True Media,
one voice for all.
we honor the land, the struggle, the fight. We shine a light in the darkest night, because we believe in hard work and faith to Sierra Leone way. We hold the line, come what may.
Them one set we more them, but we go shout. Now the poor man voice we they bring out.
Now we alright for know the truth. Now that make we go protect the truth.
Truth began, no they neglect anyone.
We are the voice, we are the flame. Truth will rise, they'll know our name. We are the truth and nothing else.
Truth began, we know they play.
Now for Salon, we declare the way. Tune in every day to
Truth began radio.
3.9.
Truth began radio.
3.9.
Anytime we see you, where you go, you come. We must tell you Cabo. Cabo, 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 Cabo. Anytime we see you, where you go, you come. We must tell you Cabo. Cabo, 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 Cabo. Anytime we see you, where you go, you come. We must tell you.
Share and Cabo Salon, welcome to another edition of the Truth Evening Talk. Of course, this the program we can bring you the entertainment that we need, especially as young people, can bring you the gist, can inform you, especially on things that we concern young people. I mean, we go make young people know what's their roles and responsibilities towards nation building. You know, like we always can talk, bulk of Mama Salon in population, I mean, na young people them. Means a majority of the people who they live in this country are young people. And so we get a role for play for say this country go before. We get responsibility for ensure say we able for prepare ourselves, position ourselves, so that we're able for take up the mantle of leadership someday we go be handed over to we. Because remember say most of the people waiting now 10-15 years either they go to retire, some are non I mean it just transition just there for happen along the line. And it means say now we suppose for able for step up, now we suppose for able for I mean own up to things and see how we're able for help Mama Salon for go before. As always, now the program we can get youth-centered conversation there. We can get youth-centered conversation where I mean can purposely there for see how we go spark conversation among the young people and forget them for understand wetin dem suppose for do as young people, how dem suppose for make themselves readily available for way opportunity one day go knock na dem domot. And so today we dey get a conversation around, there is this shift now, this recent developments in the country that every other time, in fact, the National Youth Commission, they do a town hall in Potloko, I think next week or this week or something. On a normal now, you see people, they do conferences, you see people, they do seminars, you see people, they gather young people in together. And so one for can get a conversation today at the studio beyond just then conferences and how then conferences and they go able for prepare young people them. One for acquire skills we go help them for contribute to nation building. Right now they get threat with global warming, we get threats with environmental protection and degradation. And so we want to see how young people go know say, okay, let's not just go to this conference for listen to some person way an eloquent speaker, person way neatly dressed, person way not they don't tell not they see beyond all of them glamour then they waiting young people and really go able for benefits. All I not just be for the transport refunds. Say okay, well they get for give you transport at the end of the event. Beyond all them glamour, them benefits and the way young person they get to a short term, also that benefits where young person go get from their conferences and the way they don't they organize over time and where they still they organize. And so for discuss this all important topic in the studio, I get two gentlemen where of course not quite experienced people when it comes to youth advocacy, when it comes to mingling and associating with young people. They don't they deal with young people for some time now. The one na Adusin Israel commander in one of the people already put together the National Youth Conference where the Holiness Revival movement they do for bring young people together where amidst the fact say they get for do like conference where they get for teach people about God in word, they also get skills training as part of the conference. Also at the studio I get Mohammed Dauda Kamara, we are the program lead for hub recycling. Of course, then they try for see how they will reduce plastic waste because over time people get this attitude. Some man just drink plastic water before they don't throw away and a treat. Some man pull a plastic waste na us just can't dump and a gutter like that. And waste rain can just can get all go it and a sea or carry and go to some water areas them way can pose threats to we environment where we dey. Some of them plastic waste and they because they're not rotting easily or they're not even rotting at all, they can go block water road. And so Mohammed Dauda, the recycling hub, they see how they go gather some of their waste material and they tie away person or want. See where person don't throw away, then go get them and bring and make something valuable out of them. Where at least they can able for sell, where at least they self go able for while say they save the planet, they also they make money out of them and also teach people the skills. And so I get in a studio today for come help me for discuss this all important topic we delve into gist now. But remember say you they listen to Truth FM 103.9 and the program we they listen to that's Truth Evening Talk, and me way they bring the program come to you. My name na Andrew Chopele. You can be part of the conversation by sending us a text message through the short code 239, or you left where you thought you comment you view now with Facebook page, because I certainly get for come now that we Facebook page for can look some of them comments and they when I don't share, for can look some of them perceptions and the way when I don't share regarding the topic we they discuss today. Like I say, I get two gentlemen then at the studio and they get for can help me for discuss this topic, and because like I tell you, they don't they mingle with youths for some time and they understand waiting, because like we can talk now a young person no more no young person a problem, and a young person no way for discuss a young person a problem better one and find solution equally, because you cannot tell me say to a young person well you be don't live your life, you might get experience, but remember I said the world don't evolve, things will be there happen 10 15 20 years, they're not realistic now. And so now that make we get in at the studio today. Good evening, Adusin and Dauda, and welcome to the program.
Good evening, Andrew, and good evening, listeners.
Many a time I start with you, Adusin. First of all, How una come about blending a Christian organization, a Christian event, a Christian summit or conference, and Fen say, okay, you know what, in aside, say we the cater for, because basically most churches just the cater for person in spiritual growth. They don't care if you get technical or economic growth, they don't care. How una come about for look and say, you know what, in look, whilst they cater for the spiritual growth, now also see how we incorporate skills training and acquisition into this summit where young people can go benefit from.
Yeah, thank you. I feel like every mortal man gets a purpose, and in that purpose, just limits to the church. The church not like a school for go train people and give them that kind of mindset. They make them more responsible because I feel say as citizens, the church they not the country, and then anything really happen at the country, the church gets affected. And so beyond the church, these people get a life, then get workplaces them for go, then get families them for take care of. Then get even themselves for take care of. And so not just the spiritual aspects, but at least providing them an alternative livelihood where go ensure say and benefits them, they able cater for themselves and they will be meaningful citizens in the country. And so that's why we bring in, we incorporate them skills trainings there, and beyond that, career talk shows for ensure say we empower them and strengthen them so that going there they get a mindset, they say, okay, it's not just about church, not all about church, but then even my personal life involved. How are they related to my environment? Talking of recycling, so how are they related to my environment? Which is very, very important. Yeah.
Okay, Dauda, me and you get an opportunity for sit down at the same class in a unit together. I know how passionate you dey about joining the corporate world. What's happened? Outside that shift they come out from one for dinner the corporate world. So not left this suit and tie force and go. Save Mother Earth. Begin forget that waste way people no want. First some man get for make you plaba for that and waste day. And you go through so many challenges. Outside that drive they come out for one for set up a recycling hub, one for CC self teach young people them how forget about the whole thing, and equally make money out of them. Outside that passion they come out.
Thanks very much for that. I think the dream of a recycling hub be begin in 2022, where a group of college students, including me, become together, and then we see the need say there should be a shift. Because just like we see over the years, like you mentioned in your introduction, much of the things that will be related to youth, it only focus on bringing people in a hall during summits and conferences, and we make very big speeches. So we will look at the fight against climate change on a different perspective. So the perspective that we will look at, I say there should be a paradigm shift from climate advocacy to looking at how we can also help people for adapt, and as same as while adapting, they take action. So at the approach, our recycling hub come in for be more like a result-oriented, or let's say an action-driven approach rather than just advocacy. So we looked at all the youth-led organizations where they focus on climate change.
Then just the advocates.
Now just advocacy. So advocacy without action is nothing. There is no impact. There is no result. You understand? We believe, say, if you bring action and then you match them up with advocacy, don't get me wrong, advocacy is very important. Yeah, it can actually bring out the desired result, but then you need for back come out up with action. So if we tell the government, so government need for do this city dirty, we self as young people, we realize we get an obligation for stand up for say yes, we self can help for cleaning the country. Because climate change issue now everybody issue. It's not about just the government, it's not about any other person, it's now we all the problem. And I think the people away more affected now, we not the one away in the lower class, where we probably they live now areas and when a disaster prone areas. That is why since we found a recycling hub in 2022 will be the college. Much of we work there with the care and go, we know they focus on conference, with the care and go na communities when they in deplorable conditions. I can take you through we recent projects where we don't conclude, will be funded by Plan International.
Okay.
The approach was
because I was going to ask, say,
Yeah.
how now they get support?
Yeah, so we'll be funded by Plan International. So the aim of the project was like a twofold. We were looking at young people in particular, but we look at the vulnerable number of young people. So one of the vulnerable number of young people there, that community people that is stigmatized, now people that will survive kush. So part of the project was like we gave 30% representation to people that will survive kush. And then we give another percent to women and then to other man them back. Na Kongoto na they will be na Kongoto will serve as the community, we target community. And if you go Kongoto, you go see Kongoto na one of the side where waste management issues and so the approach was very easy. We ensure say we bring them come together, we train them how get the recycling skills needed for able to recycle products or for able to recycle waste tomorrow, where then say go sell, and not just that they're able to for protect the environment, but then say go also able make money out of them. So, which is why for me, I think the approach to climate change should be more about action driven rather than just conferences. Conference can be very important. It can be very important if you back come up with exhibition. Exhibition in the sense whereas like now recycling is what we do. We bring come organizations them where they work exactly people you bring come people where they deal with recycling and then they can showcase what they don't do. They can showcase the work where they don't do, how they do them, and inspire other young people and for follow suit say myself can do this. And if we do that, I think say the path changes from just sitting waiting for transport refunds and then listening to big speeches. Exactly. I think we need to move beyond that a bit. We need to change the face of conference to now focusing on more like we say now action business. So now that's not the reason why we found our recycling hub.
Okay.
Yeah.
Adusin, another thing I want you for comments on, there is this shift in spirituality. You see, most person even well jokingly get somebody we always go they say to have prayed well is to have studied well. So you go see some man say, me a devoted Christian, they make any efforts for learn any skill we go make money, feel say heaven go open one day and bag money appear before him. So I'm for ask, how especially young person they able for balance in spiritual growth, in spiritual life, within career development, whilst it build in spiritual life, it still not lose sight of a career, it still not lose sight of a personal success. How young person able for strike that balance?
I feel say maybe a mistake from the side of the individual, where you feel like okay, it's 100% spirituality and then you forget your personal life. As I said earlier, we not live in isolation with the community. We did at the community. And everything at the community, they revolve around we. Yeah, and so may not believe in that gospel. We feel like everything they come out, hope heaven come down. I belong to the kind of gospel way the Bible say, whatever the hand findeth to do, do with all thy might. And even Papa God discouraged laziness. If possible, work, the Bible say make you not eat. That's why he creates Adam and give him work for do. He said make him till the earth, make him take care of the animals, make him take care of this. So he get a responsibility. And so in developing yourself personally, I get a long way for go. And they make you very, very instrumental in a society. And that's why I commend my brother in them job where they do at them hub. It's something where young people them for like engaging. I mean, you make yourself meaningful in society, and then you take up that sense of national responsibility. Like not all activities you don't wait for government. Paravention will not get time for it in your community, but like you take the lead and see how best they able to solve some societal problems then. And so on that note, we own ministry more puts like, of course the spiritual aspect is there. In fact, the focus is how to make heaven. And then another aspect is there where now your personal life you get for growing economically. Otherwise, how you take feed yourself? How you take responsible for yourself?
How you collection?
So and Papa God in kingdom before grow. So they tell you to let them just sit on full foot. Because if you ever preach the gospel, if you ever go out there for doing evangelism, outreach, go on mission and then villages them, you need money for do am. And so you need something for develop yourself and enhance your abilities them, especially earning power. So that will go a long way. Yeah.
With all of which you do highlight, I do say, are quite serious and I mean sensitive things them. And it means say the church gets a significant role
Very
for play
significant.
in all of this. Also role where the church go play basically for say them prepare young people and for one employment, like I say, whilst the church they cater for their spiritual growth, but the church able for cater also and prepare them for employment, prepare them for teach them entrepreneurship, like waiting down that they do not their hub. So look and say, you know waiting, if we can't sit down say we wait still get this degree, we might wait we don't get the degree, we'll sit down the wait back now. Why not just come together with small ideas, experience and maybe resources, we begin this still so ourselves go to get 1 or 2 million. How the church self go able for prepare young people one for employment, entrepreneurship, and also leadership. Because at the end of the day, the church self gets a role for play when it comes to leadership.
Yeah, so I will start with the last, very important, leadership. I feel say we need that in our country for prepare leaders them. And a leader, me see leadership from a different perspective. Leadership for serve, not just for lord over people them. When you look at the leadership style of we Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, and more of a service to people them. He said the Son of Man come for serve people them, not for like lord over them. And so coming to how best the church go able help young people and for gain employment and all. Yes, of course, I think some months back we get an impact summit. And that summit day we bring together school picking them, you know, and gather people of caliber, we one way or the other, you know, then get wealth of experience, not in different careers, them they can talk to them picking here so and teach them in essence about life, like how to make your life very, very productive. Of course, we also can see how best we create a way. Like largely we minister a very big ministry we can incorporate different activities and skills. Like say for instance, our headquarters we get like water factory where people they work, you know. Aside from you personal, we get book them printing press where they produce book. We get that of like carpentry, different stuff where youth and they engage in. And then aside from that, we teach business as well, entrepreneurship. Because I remember myself with the talk now. Aside from me personal work, I do business. You see, man, and
So
that's
money
the
man
help.
now.
Well, that's the help enhance me, you know, and they help, you know, for put one and two together. So I feel like the church actually they engage in most of activities then for ensure say we empower young people then.
Okay. Now that another thing we're quite important, you know, I ask you just now say who side that decision come out for left the degree, put on force and say, you know what in? Let me go that dirty box stuff and waste, can turn it into something. We get this idea that this country say, you know it, we all want is white collar job, we all want wake up morning, wash, wear shirts, put tie on, put coat on top, come sit down, elect na all day, it's you know they even impact you, you know they even impact society, you know mind. Hence it means having a white collar job. And this brings me to the issue of mindset among young people. With the kind of mindset where young people get, you think say young people are ready for take up entrepreneurship skills like recycling we get for involved, you go find waste to a person or want to a person or want you go take can begin they play with them before you get for turn into something where even the person way to go you not get for recognize. What's that the mindset basically where people get we can make them able for acquire lifelong skills them like what to do now they do now recycling of.
So I think the mindset is that we are so resistant to change. That's the thing. And I think I'm not a Christian, but they say there is dignity in labor. So, but we have a problem with distinguishing when we for really bring down the dignity in that labor.
Okay.
So we believe that dignity in labor, that just when you go to office, you have a very like it's the white collar whatever job, but that's not just it. Dignity in labor, it means that any job where you do that brings income, that sustains you, that's fine. But again, that takes me to your question more. The problem we, like young people have, is that we want to be more like, we identify the problem, but we don't offer solutions. That's been one of our biggest problems.
Okay.
That is what I said. If you go to conferences, we have a pile of people identifying the problem. Give the microphone to them. A lot of young people ask questions. We are very enthusiastic to ask questions, to bring out the problems, to identify the problems, questions that relate to the problems. But what we know the focus on now is when we don't identify the problem, there is always going to be a solution. And if the solution comes, the solution is not going to work if you not effect it.
Okay.
So we have few number of young people we go affect the solution.
Yeah.
And that's the problem.
Yeah.
You get?
Yeah.
So if we have like, now this country, Salon go better, if we have young people where they focus more on taking action than just identifying the problem. Yeah? I mean, being a student, they tell you where they write you dissertation, you get to identify a problem and you provide a solution, right? That will take you out of your comfort zone for even go do a research, maybe conduct survey. That's it. The reason why they take you through that is for give you a mindset of solving problem. You don't solve a problem in your comfort zone. You solve a problem by going out. So that's why we bring come our recycling hub. When we count our recycling hub, I not ever remember we began the organization where they focus on recycling as seen. We began companies in this country where they focus on recycling in 2022 where we start. Now we not be the only organization as a youth-led organization where we focus on pushing things where related to recycling.
Beyond just the
Beyond
advocacy.
just advocacy, exactly. So much of often all the right to Lily project.
Don't get Boku money.
No, not really, not really. Like you say, I mean, well, that's the thing again, people misunderstand. If you are looking for impact, you don't look for the money.
Sure.
You are serving the people. If you are able to tap into the lives of 5 young people, that's impact. Then money we meant for like 5 people you want squander, you sit up and want you eat. That's not impact. That's pure wickedness. And at the same time, you go want for go back and all mic and talk, say, give me fund. When they give you fund, implement them well. Like I said, with last project, we trained 50 youths.
Okay.
50 youths that Congo town. We went there, we identified, we work with the community stakeholders, we bring Camden youth man in there. We put them between the period of May, it was a 3-month project that was funded by Plan International.
Okay.
Between May, that was the fund was released in March and then it ended in May. So that was like March, April, May. So within that period and day, we extensively used 2 months of that for train the young people and they on how for use dirty for turn her into something. Everything was funded by the project. The material, the people already trained, we hire all the experts and because some of we not get the expert knowledge. So we hire people and we get the expert knowledge where they train the young people and at the same time we make sure say we even set the portion of the project was when we don't train them, we also try for CC because when it comes to this recycling thing, there is also what they call the blue economy or so, which also focus on entrepreneurship aspects of her. So you have learned the skill. Having learned the skill, what's now the next thing? Now for make sure so you use that skill, you turn it into a business idea. You begin make something where they get more money for her. When you look around, for instance, you drink inside or you don't that champagne bottle, right? You know that champagne bottle, you don't pop her. Most often you to wear, but people don't know say that's a perfect something way they use for decoration. You can put flower inside, it come out fine. That cup where they use, that needle milk cup, you don't that they to wear. People also know say you can take that needle cup there, you paint them fine, you make flower, you plant flower inside it, you recycle them back, you put them back in your room or in your parlor, you decorate or you put them in your office.
You can buy furniture.
Yeah. I mean, in fact,
I get it.
Yeah, so like I actually have a pile of those flowers, like flower vase. I know they buy flower vase. I make them for myself. I paint, I find, I put them in my room. I buy natural flower, I put them inside. That's the only thing I get. So these are just some of the ideas. And like there are a lot of things that we can recycle. That is why in recycling there are differences. Plastic, then they will go encourage somebody say this now because single use plastic then they. And single-use plastic now the problem because now them plastic the way not the rotting way really bad to the environment. And then but the other one anyway you can able recycle back, you know, when like reusable plastic them. Now I make there was a time where I think the Minister of Environment be the push a particular law say therefore pass a law in this country way for ban single-use plastic. And then that was in 2023. I don't know how far they don't go with that law there, but that was a law I think say Salon if we want fight climate change, bembe tranga one we for target that day because like Salon are one of the countries where they produce the highest number of plastic tons of plastic annually. Yeah. So these are some of the things they will need for go. Like I'm using this platform to really call maybe the Minister of Environment, or the EPA for go back to the drawing because they were working on that. I don't know how far they have gone with that, but there was movement for ensure so they passed that law for ban single-use plastic. Yeah. Okay. So that's it for now.
Okay, I don't say. Another thing we key now say every other person, of course, no secret say we all get one two good at way people can call say na talent. It's not this God bless you with. How a young person first able to identify a skill, I mean a talent way God gave him, way is supposed for make a living out of, and also able to align that one day with God in purpose. Because for una Christians, una believe saying as much as possible they pursue whatever, you get to be aligned with say, okay, this is what God wants you to do. How young person go able to identify his skills and also I align that skill day with God in purpose for them.
All right. So skills I've listed as something they enhance based on practice also, and then the purpose of God. By and large, I will say I will point them back to God. It take me back to the scripture inside Jeremiah chapter 1, when from verse 4 downwards the Bible says, and then the word of the Lord came to Jeremiah, saying, before I formed thee in the womb, I knew thee, and before thou camest forth out of thy mother's belly, I sanctify and ordained thee a prophet unto nations. And so God, he get a pre-knowledge of we, even before he make we. And then before we come to this world, he don't speak over our life until we for become. So in discovering that purpose, I think you need to go back to him. Yes, and there comes in the intimacy relationship with him. And now he reveal him to you. Now he like reveal your purpose and then you go able to walk in alignment with that particular purpose there. But at times again you get people with gifted, you talk of gifts. Naturally they born them with something. And then you see like they move towards a trajectory, then you can feel like say maybe God wants them to do this. Because every mortal man at this world God creates them, irrespective of if they're religious or not, close to God or not. But there are people who serve God in purpose on that. Say for instance you take the pilot. A very instrumental on that. At least God use them for like they fly people from one place to another. If you get conferences overseas, maybe you get crusade for do, you need that kind of people them there. You see, amen. So there are things where they enhance by learning, and there are others as well where maybe it's revealed to you, and then you understand, say, this is not my purpose, and then you pursue them. There are few of people in that scripture where you see, say for instance, David. He was a leader, a born leader, but he not been know the exact mandate until a revelation, or like God sent person for God anoint him. But before that, you did see in movement, like even among animals, like maybe a shepherd boy, and then you see how a very caring for them, for him flock them. Like there was a day the Bible say a lion come, and then in take one per the sheep them. They about to go devour him for kill him, and then this David rise up for defend that one great sheep there. I mean, he gets all excuse for go telling Papa say na lion take him. Yes, that one. And even Papa no go tell him say go face lion. But then God see heart, if this man able to defend one great sheep, sheep way just an animal, but if he able to defend them a midst of death, and then this person here, he gets that kind of heart way, like if you able to defend sheep, Montamana, like you could take Montama of high esteem.
High esteem, yeah.
You see, amen, and you go able to defend them. So at times waiting we can like for do. And normal, waiting God put inside, they see it's case of They see it's case of Yes, and of course there are people as well when a situation can lead them. Like my wife can tell me, if I go like there is something like a software engineer and she's very good at it. And
marketing well.
yes, she's very good at it. And they do exploit in that end day. But then something lead them to her. Say for instance, say Mama pray, okay, God lead me waiting this speaking for study like we sit back who sign for go like the screaming for go. Now commercially but go because you know say woman like money. But then a teacher now the school wise they go for like go do the admission and all. The teacher run follow them. Who's they go? Like the thing not concern them, but then he was keen. I don't feel say this speaking for go commerce, then go science.
Okay.
Yes. And mind you, Mama be don't pray behind the scene. And then this teacher insists. And then go, they actually put in the science. And today, you see say that's what we got destined for and baby and I didn't fit. Because I mean just recently we win award as the best female innovator at the country. Wow. So you realize that this is God's plan for her.
Their family they get other
Anyway,
the conversation only gets quite interesting at the studio. Remember say this now Truth FM 103.9 and the program we listen to na Truth Evening Talk. We get a conversation around, you know, a number of people, a number of organizations and offices. They organize conferences, seminars, they bring young people together. We get a conversation, say beyond just bringing young people together, what skill we young people are able to acquire from that conference day. We then go can put into practice, then self make money, like how Dowda say create impact, able for extend and to other young people as well around them. Now that conversation they really get. And so I get with me Mohammed Dowda Kamara, the program's lead for our recycling hub, and then of course Adusin Israel Commander, one of the organizers of the National Summit where the Holiness Revival movements they put together where they come up next month. But we want to go for a short music break. This song now one of we legends of blessed memory Steady Bongo. Now I do this song for we. It be they use them for remind authorities, for remind people, say young people. They want for work. They self want an opportunity for showcase the potentials we God give them, for showcase the stuff we themselves made of. And so it be they advocates for young people. And that we self want for work. Because if we no work, how you expect a young person for it? So there we go for that music break. Then after we can continue the conversation.
Make we dey talk the truth. The heart gonna inky come love. I dey sorry for the youth man them. System dread for the youth man today. Every day and night when they suffer. The youth want sleep no play. The youth man want eat no food. The youth want blood no dress. The youth man want buy no money. Them one for work. If work not there, are you expect them for leave? Use them one for work. If work not there, are you expect them for leave?
Welcome back. This is Truth FM 103.9 and the program where they listen to Truth Evening Talk. Me way they bring the program come to you. My name and Chopel and at the studio I guess with me Mohammed Dowda, the program's lead for our recycling hub, and also Adusin Israel Commander we now one of the conveners, the organizers of the upcoming National Youth Conference or Summit where the Holiness Revival movement they bring come for young people as part of the conference where they do when a spiritual gathering. They also they incorporate training, skills training at the conference. And of course, Mohammed Dauda self, the recycling hub, they try for see how they go put waste them together, gather them and see how then go turn them into valuable things so we then self can make money from. But as always in the program, we can get a segment in the program where we get a spotlight video for young people where they do exceptionally well in the area where we get conversation. And today I choose for surprise the guests them and they tell them just no say I get surprise for them. And so they take that spotlight video, they quick, and after we can continue the conversation. This is Truth FM 103.9.
Environmental protection for be all man in concern, and one where we all can show say we want to protect we environment now by how we dey handle plastic waste, cause most of the time people can just throw away plastic waste, especially in the sea and other water area them. Over time, the way how people dey handle plastic waste don dey bog the environment, as some people no can handle their waste here fine after dem cannot use them. Reports don show say the creek na Aberdeen don dey be exposed to danger as people don dey constantly throw away plastic waste na the sea wey can settle na that area dey. But some young people don take am up on themselves for see how dem go bring dem company young people dem together for see how dem go able for reduce the amount of waste wey dey go inside the sea and other water areas dem. Dem can gather waste materials dem and try for turn dem into valuable thing dem wey dem can later sell for let people use am for beautify dem place. Through trainings dem, youths dem don dey help for teach dem company dem how for make use of especially plastic waste wey people can throw away. Some organization don dey provide support to young people wey can want for learn the skill wey needed for able for turn waste dem into some valuable thing dem. The Christian community Sefnol FBN as the Holiness Revival Movement Church sef dey come up with dem conference aside dem get for also teach and train young people dem how for make use of waste into thing dem wey go get value wey dem can even later sell. During this conference, young people dey also get for learn other valuable skills wey get for be of use to them in the future. For protect the environment, na we all responsibility. We all get for make conscious and deliberate effort for see how we go save the environment of the disaster wey we all go face if we fail for protect the environment. Let we all remember say na one mama salon we get and we all suppose for put hand together for protect this country.
One mama salon we get, and so we all suppose for put hand together for make sure say we protect this country. Reports don dey show say the Aberdeen Creek they under threat. Just recently, quite recently, the National Protected Area Authority began therefore embark on a demolition project or process around the places where people love for build. You can imagine at school say we all want for get roof over we aid, but place where one you life they at risk, two you they put the country at risk, and you also they drive the wildlife say they make them know they live as they're supposed for live. We not supposed for do them. So let we ensure say we protect we environment, because now this one environment we get to. If you see who poelam, then any other side where we go now, pa, you're not stranger, you're not refugee, then go treat you any kind of way. I still get Mohammed Dauda and Adosin, Israel commander at the studio, and then we get a conversation around how young people are going to acquire skills beyond just the fine talk where people can talk in conferences and seminars, beyond them talk then they beyond the transport where they go give them the food where they go serve. Who skill, real life skills where young people go able to acquire for CC themselves able for get antidote. Now that we will get a conversation around the work on recycling up they do and all of that. And someone for ask, I know there must be challenges along the line. how not only get support over time? You talk just about the project we una do with Plan International and all of that. How not only try for get support we una self can try for stretch hand to other young people and train them the skills, get them for understand, say, okay, you see this tire way, they don't throw away, so you're able to make something out of them. You see this can, you're able for, I mean, how that can get this support?
Yes, that's a tough question because, like I said, for the organization, we dominated by young people and we get that kind financial capacity or resources. But I just believe in one thing: if you have the idea, and you have to push the idea, you have to push the idea to people who are ready to help. I tell you, climate change in that kind of field way, when you have the idea, you push the idea. There are organizations that are really, really ready to help, to fund you. So when we started, like I said, with 2022, when we opened the organization, we not even get how for go about to first activity, how we were going to source funds, and then we write the project. The ideas were there. We come together as a team. We brainstorm ideas. That's what always we'll do. We have a project. What we'll do is that after any project we work on, we already got another project lying down. So why don't they done? We try for push for able make sure say we get people there. We go fund out that project today. For we any amount we they can give we appreciate that and we make sure say we utilize them effectively for the good way they don't give it. So we first project, like I said, we got Plan International, we fund them as well. That was in 2022. The project will be titled and From Waste to Wealth. So that will be the first project. And then the second project again, Plan International become inside fund again. Then we get a portion of them again. We save the children, say be kind side for help we for put young people in together. But that approach in more be focused on advocacy aspect. We save the children become inside because we be sent out on picking them. And then picking a woman them. And then this one again, Plan International also don't fund them. Currently, we also work on other project that we will not go disclose so that we potential funders anyway. But we're also working on other projects. But like it has been challenging.
I will compete with you now. Me say go apply to sponsors.
No problem, but it's really difficult to be honest. It's really frustrating. There were times where we push ideas, they were kicked out. There were times where we get meeting with bigger organizations, with bigger, we do obviously like when we bring these ideas, then people are tapping. Sometimes, like I always say, the ideas can be there, but they are not well replenished. So sometimes we can go to other organizations, they're not necessarily can give it. There were times when they go UNDP. We know they go UNDP for many fund but we can have an idea and then go to UNDP. This is the idea we have, and then they give it capacity building.
Okay.
Yeah, there are times we go to OKIA. We go to OKIA, they build with knowledge on how to implement this particular project. And then idea then they be help we professionalize a lot. They be help we a lot in subsequent projects them. Which is why in all the projects that we don't implement, there has never been a time that's how I go beat me chest for your organization. I want to feel proud about that. There's never a time we implement a project, we get an issue with any big organization. Or otherwise we present a report and then tell we say we report very inaccurate and all of that. Everything, the impact will be there. There is always something to push for. There is always a result to show for. But that's how we say it has been very challenging for get phone, especially in our salon. Easy shit.
I do say. I see a lot of people they ask in the comment section about the address, how they able to get forms. With the conference way you church your movements they put together, how young person able to access form within the registration process and waiting basically that young person will sign up for a conference they expect.
Well, of course, there are a lot of benefits, there are a lot of expectation. But then if you want to reach out, we left by the 5th because the program they start the 6th. So by the 5th we left and we get different meeting points and where we get boss where they take.
Okay, not of it already there.
Now we national campground Awatalo.
Okay.
Yeah, we need some kind of quiet side with the focus and really get time with God. So the conference date now the 6th to the 8th of August. The meeting points Lumley Bus Park, of course, vehicle them go for the day for take youths them from Freetong and then take them at the campground. And then for the one them with the upline as well. You can communicate. Just reach out. I can leave a number where they can call.
Yeah, sure.
Any certain day.
Then they get for pay any fee for sign up to the conference.
Yeah, that one we not can like major on them in day, but we not can major on them, so you not go discourage people and for go. But all the same, we get 50 loans registration, but that's not major. Let not be like a hindrance. Okay, I not get 50 loans, so I not go. That's why we realize we even make like transportation day for cargo youths them, and then feeding and lodging free. So we put things in place for that.
But like that 3 days there, I go to go and that first level and
Yes,
feed them.
it would be very, very wonderful. I'm happy for see you there. And I even extend invitation to we all now, so including my brother Mohammed.
Maybe
So
we go
don't
see
forget a
something for
wonderful
recycle.
time. Yeah. Yeah. So the number we then go call if they want for reach out 034 23 9180 034 23 9180. Or they can call 078 711 375. They can get we can direct them if they want for attend, and then they can be a part of the conference.
Okay, I don't say we're there about for rapport, but I want to ask you a very sensitive and very sensitive question. If you get the chance for change anything, you get the chance, you get the opportunity for redesign or change Christian youth conferences across the country or across the board, whose changes you want to see happen and why, and whose practical skill you go on for include in the conferences and why?
So I go do in twofold. One, because like Christian organization, I'm not going to let the spirituality outside. The fear of God, not something we lost in society. People they go church, majority people they go church, but the fear of God not there. And that's why I realized today society they go through a lot of problems because most of them are not afraid of God. And my brother be the talk of like for squander, you go see why something ready for most people, them one angry person go all eat all and feel like and go scot free. But then if the fear of God they, say he accountable not just to the society or not just to the people them we give him that responsibility there, but he also accountable to God. There are a lot of things we know they do. Yeah, and even man and man relationship, there are a lot of things we do we not call for. But if we got a fear of God, there are certain things we detach from because we want to please God and we know say this world not to be home. There'll come a time we'll leave here, that's certain. And we want to spend eternity with God in heaven. So the fear of God is one. And then two, a church way kind of productive in a sense, like for capacitate youths them. Because young people, as you rightly say, like not a bridge between the old and the younger generation. And then parents for pass away.
Yeah,
and
certainly.
then these youths them not for take up responsibility tomorrow. So you need to get that kind of mindset, say, that responsibility mindset. Waiting I can do. More of serving instead of like lauding or so, and then in serving, waiting like how to give back to my society. We talk of like not just white collar job, but like there are certain things you can do. You can even volunteer, not just about the money. You see, volunteer in one way or the other. Waiting I go able to give back to my society and all. So the church need for partner, like. In essence, they live in isolation within the society, and everything that happens in the society, they affect one way or the other. And so, again, for deal with how best we change our mindset, we change our approach, not just about your spiritual life, but how best like you will benefit yourself, like you will integrate into the society and do certain things and will become very, very meaningful. They even help the church. Just imagine if we. Like if my brother na be like I got for borrow in Adam Column, if it be the part of each other, like if I don't use this opportunity, with this knowledge and all for
And
like train others them way, then say go get that kind of mindset there and they go out there and do something great. But that's it. At least we get a church, we active now, we community, they help and contribute to nation building.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now that I ask you the same question while to the wrap up, you been think say you go escape this. But on a serious note, the recycling space, you mentioned from 2022 when I begin to 4 years down the line, a number of other young people don't tap into that space.
Yeah.
And so if you get an opportunity, you get the chance for redesign the recycling space, whose practical skill you go on for include, because you be they talk about beyond just the advocacy, just not get for the critique, you just not get for the raise awareness, also move, spring into action. Whose practical skill you go on for include in the recycling space, and why you go on for include that kind of skill there?
The skill I think I will include in the recycling space is what I call the blue economy, or the business aspect of the recycling, and which is where for me the empowerment comes in. Yeah, you give people the skill. They use the skill to also make money to fend for themselves. If you look at the rates of unemployment in the country, I mean, for young people, it's still there. The young people with the graduate, they still not get jobs. Yeah. So with that skill set, then can gain that business ideas, work on the business idea, work on the entrepreneurship skills, and then do something. One thing, entrepreneurship is very akin to what's in our recycling up there about. Because when you read about entrepreneurship, they tell you, say, now like you get an idea we intended for make profit, but that idea they tend for solve a societal problem. You get the joke? So if you're using recycling, for instance, for solve a problem, right? You're using recycling to address waste management issues. Also can also use that recycling from the products that we they make for also turn that into business. That's the aspect we are missing. We hardly really see, organizations or companies really like investing a lot in organizations we really focus on after doing recycling, and they are now selling their product. We have few of them, and even if we get organizations, like we really do have organizations, but then few organizations would venture into the business aspects of like them product they really go that kind of way. People still like we need for change the mindset back. People still kind of glued to not wanting to accept it. And I think that's the skill we need for imbibing to young people. I think young people should not just be consumers, we should be producers as well. There should be that time in our life where we for realize, say, this is no time when we for the talk and talk. This is not time where we for the walk. We for be time where we not for the consume just hook, line, and sinker. We self for able produce, like I'm able to talk about idea say instead of the work, but also they do business, right? A single income does not make you wealthy. And if we ask, everybody wants to be rich, but how do you become rich? Not just even if they pay you so many money, if you not get investment and another source of revenue, then you're going to
become broke someday.
Because that business, say that one income, if it ceases, there is nothing bringing in income. But if that one ceases, there is something else that brings income, right? That's how it works. So we have to focus on that. We have to focus on the business aspects of recycling, invest in the business aspects of and bring people and make them share them business ideas and fund them. That's the aspect we focus on. We bring them, then tell you the idea, then they fund them like a pitching, like you give them the money, they go do the business. And that's the aspect we need for focus on.
Thank you very, very much, Mohammed Auda Kamara and Adosin Israel. I don't turn you commander already. The name then sound almost alike. But it's been quite an interesting conversation, quite an educative conversation. I should say a number of young people don't learn, like how Dauda they say. And I mean, we as young people not just supposed to be consumers. We're supposed to also think how we go produce, how we self go contribute to society and go before, and why do they make money? And like how is Israel say I do saying we also while should they think but being not just consumers but producers, let we do one with the fear of God. Then give you money, say go train you company them, please do. Then give you money, say go implement this project in this community. Please do, and do like Adusin, they say, with the fear of God. Of course, the Holiness Revival Movement, they get the summits, like how Adusin don't say, that they get them from the 6th of August to the 8th. Whilst they get the spiritual side of the conference, of the summit, they also get skills training. You see, these are some of the ways I think other people where they do conferences, where they do seminars, where they do whatever it be, let them begin see how amidst the conversations, the long panel discussions, let them get moments, segments them where people they learn real life skills, real life, hands-on skills. We go better than tomorrow. You be the listen to Truth FM 103.9 and the program where you be the listen to. Now the Truth Evening Talk. Me we bring the program come to you. My name na Andrew Chopele. Plenty thank you to me guests them, Israel Adusin, Commander. We can help me for discuss this all important topic. Of course, you know, one of the organizers of the National Youth Summit with the Holiness Revival Movement. They bring come next month. And of course, plenty thank you to Mohamed Dauda Kamara, the program's lead for a recycling hub. We then safely try for turn plastic waste more into some fine thing the way people can buy. And of course, to all my listeners and my viewers, plenty thank you for doing with me for over 1 hour now. And of course, to me producer Kelfala Kagbo, the technical team, Joshua Lee and Susise, and of course Simon Kosa, and of course the superstar DJ. We bring all the tunes, we bring the sounds, we make, you know, una not being boring all through the conversation, una be get some nice sounds and superstar DJ Flex. Till Friday, we the Truth Evening Talk get for come your way. Remember, say this at Truth FM 103.9. Don't forget for following our socials at truthmedia.sl. Till Friday, back with the Truth Media, the Truth Evening Talk get for come your way. Ensure say you preserve your environment, ensure say you protect your environment, and ensure say you be God fearing. My name na Andrew Chopele. Do have a lovely evening and tata.